Good morning, Mindsetters, and welcome to this episode of Let's Talk Mindset with me, your host, Michelle Green. Welcome. Is karma really a bitch? How many times have you heard the phrase, what goes around comes around? I have. I grew up hearing adults use this phrase all the time. And even as a child, going to Sunday school, I was taught that I should always treat others as I wish to be treated myself. What goes around comes around. Look, I don't know if karma's a bitch, but I do know karma is real, and it's as real as breathing. And karma is just another simplified word for the universal law of attraction, and is another form of mirroring to us where and on what our thoughts are focused. I have seen examples, many examples of this karma in my own life. And sometimes it takes longer to come around, as they say, and sometimes it happens really, really quick. Like, for instance, when I'm rushing through traffic. And perhaps I may have cut someone off without using my signal. And I kid you not, when I do this, within 60 seconds, it comes right back around because I end up having the exact same thing done to me by some other person who apparently is in a bigger hurry than I am. What goes around comes around. Here's a little story of how karma can affect you in the long term and how it can take a little bit longer to come around, as they say. There's this brilliant young executive, and we're going to call him Tom for the sake of the podcast. And Tom works for a big conglomerate of an enterprise, of an organization, a company. Lots of money. Tom works really hard for this company and at this company, and he works really long hours. All of his suggestions, almost all of his suggestions to the company for advancement of the company have been accepted. And he has made millions for this organization. Yet, Tom has been passed up for promotion for the past 3 years. And even some of his subordinates have been promoted past him. And Tom just could not figure out why. Why is this happening? Tom decided to hire a life coach. Not me, but an excellent life coach. And he went to this life coach and said, I'm doing everything I can. I'm doing everything right here. I'm making money for them. I work long hours. I sacrifice my family in my spare time, and I'm doing everything right. Why is this happening? Why no advancements? And I'm doing everything right here. What the hell's happening? Tom's coach had the answer for him, and it was this. The answer, Tom, was in the relationship with your ex-wife. That's where the answer lies. You see, for the past 3 years, as Tom is being passed up for promotion, he's also, for the past 3 years, been in litigation with his ex-wife over division of their property, over alimony, and over child support. And do you know that subconsciously, he didn't want to make any more money until the lawsuit was over? Subconsciously, he figured the more money that he made would be the more money that he would have to pay out in alimony. He already resented paying the temporary allowance granted by the courts, feeling it was too excessive, and he would rather wait until the final adjudication. After it was explained to Tom by his exceptional coach how exactly the subconscious mind works, Tom then realized, with a little bit of help, that he was actually decreeing that he didn't want any more money and had definitely emotionalized that negative concept. His resentment, his hostility, his antagonism, and his wish to withhold wealth from his ex-wife was all being impressed in his subconscious mind and was being manifested in all phases of his financial life. What goes around comes around. And in this case, for Tom, it was going around and coming around for 3 years. You see, when you mentally wish to withhold wealth from another, you automatically withhold it from yourself. And I'm going to repeat it. Hear me well. When you mentally wish to withhold wealth from another, you automatically withhold it from yourself. So all of you who are trying out there to withhold wealth from an ex or from a kid or from an ex-partner or from wherever you're trying to withhold it, stop trying to withhold it, because what you're doing is blocking it from yourself automatically. So let it go so you could break down that wall and receive that wealth. Shift your focus and start receiving the wealth that you deserve and stop blocking it. Whether it's unconsciously or consciously, stop blocking it. So Tom, back to my story, came to the point within himself where he realized that love casts out hate. And that as he began to wish health and love and peace and prosperity to his ex-wife and to his children, that he would attract to himself equally all of these qualities. What goes around comes around. Tom's starting to get it. He also began to see, again with a little help, that his ex-wife was entitled to a reasonable amount of money. I mean, she had to support their 3 children, and he should be giving this money gladly. He should be giving it joyfully and lovingly. And as he gave it freely and joyfully and lovingly, it would return to him multiplied. What goes around comes around. You see, love and hate cannot dwell together. It's impossible. It's the laws of the universe, the universal laws. Love and hate cannot dwell together. And if you focus on love, that is what the universe will circle back to you. What goes around comes around. So, mindsetters, karma might not be a bitch, but it's definitely a reality. And it's also proof that the universal laws are always working around us, whether we know it or not. And it's just waiting for our command and our direction and instruction. And whether you are instructing this universe consciously or unconsciously, it's still just waiting for your instruction and your direction. what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. So be mindful of what you are focusing on, because what goes around comes around. It's not luck, it's universal laws, people. And we have come to the end of this episode of Let's Talk Mindset with me, your host, Michelle Green. Short and sweet today, just like me. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. It was my pleasure, my utmost pleasure to bring this episode to you. And again, join the conversation. Feel free to answer the questions, answer the polls, comment, give me some feedback. I welcome it and I look forward to hearing from you. And if you feel like this episode would resonate with anyone who you know and love, please feel free to share. Thank you for listening, and remember to stay mindful. Ciao.